Hey, good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to talk about something. I came across an article and I came across a YouTube channel, Riff Beards and Gear. Okay, Riff Beards and Gear. Gibson shuts down Jericho guitars. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Without warning, they did this. Gibson did this without warning. No letters, no nothing. They have every right to. They don't have to warn you. Now, here's my thing. If you copy, if I have a patent, you can go look it up. If I have a patent on a specific guitar, the shape, the neck, the headstock, everything, and you copy it, the entire thing, you put your name on it, and you start selling them, you don't notify me. You just start selling something that I gave birth to as your own. What is that called? You ever heard of plagiarism? I am not going to warn you. You didn't ask me. Could you do this? Could you sell these? You didn't ask. You blatantly ripped me off and started selling a design that I have a patent for as your own. You didn't notify me. Maybe we could work something out, work out a deal, work something out. You didn't tell me beforehand. I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to sue you. It's called preemptive strike. Why should I tell you? Why should I tell you? Now, Gibson going after Jericho guitars, they had every right to. This has nothing to do with Gibson suck, whether you like them, whether you dislike them. It has nothing. It don't have nothing to do with tennis shoes. Tennis shoe design. These are guitars. They had every right to do what they did, and I wouldn't warn you neither. I ain't sending you no cease and desist letter. I'm gonna come after your ass, and Gibson had every right to. See, people have this attitude. You're going to do what you want to do, when you want to do it, and how you want to do it. And I'm going to do what I have to do. It's called preemptive strike. I'm coming after you. I'm going to shut your shit down. You're playing with fire is what you're doing. You're playing with fire and you're going to get burned. This right here. I can look this up. This is an American company, California. Serial numbers. I can go to their website. I can go to this website. This ain't no Chinese shit. I can go to their website. I can put these numbers in there. I have a certificate. This came with a certificate. I can go to their website, put these serial numbers in, the model, the make, the model, and this will come up. We made this. It'll say, we made this. We manufactured that bass. They give me the date, the time, and everything. They even give me the person's name. I don't when it comes to something, an investment, I actually play these. It's worth the money. I don't mind paying a whole lot of money if something is made well. I ain't doing no. I have done no modifications. I have done nothing to this bass. Nothing but plug it in and tune it. I didn't even I didn't even have to lower the action. Some people say, well, they don't come set up. This one did. This one did. I've done nothing. It even have the original strings on it. And people say that, well, they're not worth it. No, they are worth it. It has to come. The person the person that works in that shop has to care about what they're doing. It's not just the name on the headstock. The person that make this bass cared about what they were doing, the product that they were putting out, and it shows in the quality, in the neck, everything. I haven't changed nothing. I'm not going to change anything. This bass is a monster. 18 volt, double batteries, two batteries, 18 volt preamp, 18 volt preamp. I've done nothing to this thing but play it. 18 volt preamp, two batteries, no hum, no noise, no nothing. It's as quiet as a mouse. It's as quiet as a mouse. Quality instrument. You can't get something for nothing. You can't get something for. It's an 18 volts. It's two batteries. Shielded. These float. And they're not cheap. This it actually floats down, and then it closes. It has a floating mechanism to it. You don't get something for nothing. You cannot get this for $400, and you think that it's gonna play good as this? Come on, you're dreaming. You're lying. The material, it makes a difference. The choices, the wood, as far as wood wise, you want wood. You don't want wood. You don't want to make a bass or guitar with wood that's has imperfections in it. That has splits in it. It has wax in it. It has wood that has what's that? Tree sap in it. Wood that's too soft. Wood that hasn't had time to actually set. Moisture, too much moisture. All of that comes into play when making these instruments. All of that comes into play. But you copying this, if I was to copy this down to the T, copy this entire thing and put my name on it, put a fake serial numbers, or even use this serial number, and I start selling these, what do you think is going to happen, people? Ernie Ball is going to come after me. And I start selling these. Oh, it's Ernie Ball music, man. It's Ernie, yeah. And people start buying them because I'm selling them cheap. People start buying them, and I might start making money hand over fist. It's $2,600. Some people say that's too much money. Okay, what is your budget? You really think you're gonna get this roasted net? You really think you're gonna get this for $300? And with a case? You really think you're gonna get this? And I start selling these, people might start buying them and say, well, I'll modify it. I'll just strip it out. I'll strip everything down and rebuild it. Change the hardware, change everything in it, and you might have a good bass. If people start buying these hand over fist, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? They're going to come after me. Ernie Ball is going to come after me. This doesn't have nothing to do with how you feel or how you don't feel about a company in a court of law. Your opinion don't matter in a court of law. You cannot use the excuse, well, I didn't know I was breaking the law. Ignorance is no excuse when you're breaking the law. And when you knowingly break the law, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to be in trouble. You cannot be copying. You can. You cannot be copying a guitar down to the very T, down to the very everything, and put your name. They're gonna come after you, bro. Oh, girl, they're gonna come after you, and they don't have to. They don't have to warn you. It's called preemptive strike. I ain't gonna warn you. I'm not gonna warn you. I'm gonna sit back and see how long you're gonna do what you do. That way, I can build a case against you. I'm gonna let you sit back and do what you do. And then I'm gonna hit you with a 40-pound sledgehammer. They're not obligated to view to tell you to stop something. You shouldn't have never started it. And people say, well, Jackson guitars copy Gibson. I guarantee you, Jackson and Gibson has an agreement. They have an agreement, just like Fenders. They have an agreement. Some of those guitar companies have merged. If I copy a Squire, if I take a Squire, if I take a Squire and take my name and take Squire off the headstock, put it to, because people are ignorant. If I buy a Squire, say I buy 10 Squires, I go to Guitar Center and I buy 10 Squire Stratocasters. I bring them home, sand, sand, sand off the Squire name and put my name on it, make a website, and sell them guitars. What is that called? What is that called? It's called plagiarism. Look it up. Now, if Squire, I even put the serial, if I have serial numbers on, I even put the serial numbers that's on the Squire headstocks. I put the serial numbers on it, and Squire or Fender start looking at that, and they say, let me find out something here, and they put that headstock into their database and be like, yeah, we made that. Our Squire division made that. Indonesia Squire or Squire China. It might be China. Their division of Squire manufacturers, or Korea. They be like, yeah, we made that. We made that guitar. What is this fool doing? What is this fool doing? They're gonna shut me down. They're budget guitars. They're budget guitars, but they're gonna shut me down. If I'm using their serial numbers, everything, they're gonna shut me down. So Jericho Guitar Company, hey, man, you're playing with fire. Without warning, they ain't have to warn you. That's my thoughts. They didn't have to warn you. I ain't warning you. I ain't warning you. Because why? Why do I have this attitude? Let me tell you something, people. Because people don't care. People don't care when they're getting away with shit. They don't care. They don't care. Give you another story about this. I had a I had a fake one of these. I paid three. What did I pay for that thing? I paid $325 for it, $300 and something dollars for that garbage. I was so mad. I was so mad with that thing. I sawed it in half. I did a video. I sawed that bitch in half. It was terrible. It was so. It was built. It was built so bad. This was before I bought this. That thing was built so bad. I was ashamed to even hold it. It was built. It was built so freaking terrible. No matter what I did to it, the frets, the neck, the pickups, the bridge, everything, the hardware, everything. No matter what I did to it, it played, and it was a nightmare. It was an absolute nightmare. You can't always mod something and it sound good or play good because it was just too many mistakes was made, too many errors. The way they make them things, the way they're just throwing them on a machine and put it in a box. It was so many errors done, so many errors. I couldn't save it. No matter what I did to it, it would not play good as far as the feel, staying in tune. It would not stand. It would the neck was warped. It would just go out of tune. I do a neck adjustment, do a neck adjustment, do a neck adjustment. I mean, I fumbled, and I fiddled, and I fumbled, and I fiddled with that piece of junk, that fake ass Music Man that I had. It gave me absolute nightmares. I worked on that thing. I worked on that piece of shit so long. People, don't laugh at me. I worked on that thing so long, so much, and so long. I didn't want nothing else to do with it. You could have it perfect, and you start playing it. I don't care what you did to that head stop. You start playing it. Guess what'll happen? It will go out of tune, or you sit it down for a while. And it wasn't the weather, it wasn't the climate, because I have a machine down here that keeps this area at a constant level as far as humidity. It will go out of tune. It was garbage. That thing was absolute garbage. No matter what I did to that damn bass, that bass just was like nope. Because too many shortcuts, too many corners was cut when they built that thing. And you know what I did? I got so upset. I got so upset. I took the pickups out. I took the hardware off and I sold it to somebody. I gave it to somebody to put in something, to actually put in a bass that actually deserved it, that warranted it. And I took a reciprocating saw and I sawed it in half. And I said, "This is where you going, garbage." And I learned a lesson from that. I learned a lesson from that. The reason why I invest in these, or something, some people say they're too expensive. I didn't buy this that just hang this on a wall. I actually play these. But you people, you keep copying somebody, and then I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna stop rambling. But if you copy somebody's work and you put it off as your own, and you start selling that stuff, they're gonna come after you, and they have every right to come after you. Peace. I'm out.